Hello and welcome back to another MCC Island video. It has been a very long time since I've actually uploaded a full-length video. It's been 39 days to be exact. I was just looking at my YouTube analytics and that's a little bit too long. That's like probably the longest deficit in uploading I've had ever. Oh, these guys got healers. That's not good. We kill the healer, please? No? Okay. Okay, time to go. Oh no, it's a 1v4. Okay, this is not a good start. I'm probably not going to be winning this. Don't shoot me in the back, please. I got shot. That's not good. No, that's not happening. Alright, but anyways, welcome back to another MCC Island video. It has been a while since I've uploaded a video, and I'm very excited to actually be uploading one again. I kind of miss doing commentaries. My last video was uploaded right before my second semester of college started, and I've been a little bit loaded with work since then, plus also just general stress that prevents me from doing a video because of how much stress I'm getting from the amount of work I have to do. It's not even necessarily that I have a lot of work, it's just that when I just have that like foreboding feeling of I'm gonna have to do work eventually, and then I become so stressed out that I don't upload anything. Which is kind of counterintuitive since now I'm not getting anything done productive work-wise or uploading-wise, so I'm not doing work or uploading. But I'm finally forcing myself to actually record a video, and I'm very happy to be doing it again. Oh, hello, Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande killed in the battle box. This is so sad. But I decided a good video to restart the whole commentary thing would be an IBL catch-up video, since it is now halfway through the season now. Almost exactly. What is it today? Thursday? It's Thursday today, so we are partway into week 5 or week 6. I don't even know where we're at right now. We're in week 6. Paint Factory. This is a great map for commentary. It's just bow spam for the first 50 seconds, and then chaos breaks loose for the final 50 seconds. But IBL catch-up. Serpentine is actually doing great right now. We are 8-1. The only game that we have lost was our very first game of the season, which we lost to Aces Up. And since then, we have won 8 in a row. And we have 3 games this Saturday, so hopefully we should win more. I'm going to drop a Harming Orb on middle. Hopefully that should blow up some people. It did not hit anybody. This is great. Just levy them all. My team got a single kill during that round, and the other team got a single kill during that round. This map is not the best for commentary videos. I'm going to go division by division, though. So Snap has added a very helpful tab to the game sheets list in IBL that shows every team's win rate and whether they are currently bound for playoffs or not. This guy is 1 HP. Oh, hello. Ooh, you just got a levy. That is unfortunate. And on the farthest left division, we have the Alpine division. It looks like the entire thing is just in alphabetical order. So Alpine division is the division that Aces Up is currently in. Aces Up is the #1 team in that division, and also not necessarily the league anymore, since they actually did just get their very first loss 3 days ago against the Tavern, which was an insane upset. It was a divisional match, so Tavern is in the same division as Aces Up, and we'll play them again later this season. But that loss was absolutely insane. I was watching it live. First map, Tavern lost 4-3, and I was feeling heartbroken because I thought that it was over after that. I thought Tavern's one big chance was to win map 1. I need you to not wall rush. Please stop. No. I messed up all my hotkeys. What is this inventory right now? The other teams in the same division as Aces Up are Tavern, who's now 6-3 after upsetting Aces Up. Stuff But Tough 2-5, and Femme Fatales 1-8. Stuff But Tough and Femme Fatales are probably not going to make playoffs. Aces Up is pretty much guaranteed unless they have some insane fall off, but there's no indication that that's going to happen. And Tavern they're definitely in the running for playoffs. I can see them finishing anywhere from like 7th through 9th. If they finish in the top 8 in terms of win-lose ratio, they will make playoffs, but if they finish 9th, they won't make it. I think the worst the Tavern is going to perform this season is like top 10, though. I don't see them falling outside of the top 10. Especially after beating Aces Up, that's a very promising look. People have pointed out, though, that a big reason that Aces Up lost against the Tavern in the first place was just that Aces Up was having an off day. For example, Floofy Flame, who is a massive MVP contender at the moment, had their worst game of the season. They went like 5-6 against Aces Up. which it happens. You can't have a perfect game every single game of the season. So I think it was a mixture of Aces Up can typically just brute strength any team that they want. And Tavern is such a good team in terms of being together. And when Aces Up isn't able to brute strength and Tavern has such good team play, it's like twice as worse for Aces Up because just nothing is going to work. But that's the Alpine Division's A-League. Going into the Air Division's A-League, that is the stacked division that is probably going to have 3, worst case scenario, 2 teams make playoffs in that division. Oh my god. Train Station, Orb Central. Is this a good team? This team did win their last one. Okay, that guy's 1 HP now. I'm also kind of low, though. I'm 1 shot to a crossbow. I would like to heal that one last half a heart, please. Thank you. Oh, they just will rush. Oh, is this the will rushing team? But anyway, the Air Division. Currently, the Air Division standings are Nova's 8-1, Impact 7-3, Nocturnal 5-4, Ultraviolet 2-8. Ultraviolet 2-8 is probably the most expected result of that division. People have typically pointed out that Ultraviolet is pretty weak, and even if they were a strong team, being in a division with probably 3 of the strongest teams in the league does not help remotely. Ooh, they got the self-heal. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave. If you can stop following me, thank you. Are they still following me? No, they're not. Peek, I dare you. But Nova, top of that division, pretty expected. I think I predicted them top of their division. And I still stand by that prediction. They're going 8-1. They're probably... I could see Nova taking away the #1 spot from Aces Up later this season when they play. I think that #1 of the regular season is between Serpentine, Nova, and Aces Up. All 3 teams are 8-1. All 3 teams haven't played each other yet. I think that whichever team comes out on top in those matchups is going to determine who #1 seed is. That being said, we are still only halfway through the season, so Nova isn't guaranteed to be top of their division. Impact is 7-3, so Nova 8-1, Impact 7-3. They're not far apart. Nocturnal is 5-4. I'm pretty sure I predicted them down there. Or was it Impact? I think I put Impact below Nocturnal, which if I did predict that earlier before the season, that was a bad prediction because... I don't know. It was going off of the prediction that Nocturnal would swim. I've always thought that Nocturnal was a sink or swim team. And I think the first part of the season was definitely a sinking team. But they did just do a trade with Rat Tactics, which traded Duzum to Rat Tactics along with Tyler's Vibin from Nocturnal. And Rat Tactics gave them Bigfoot and TJ. So we'll see if that's what Nocturnal needs. We'll see if that's what Rat Tactics needs. Both teams were kind of having a hard time. And so far, the trade has worked out for both of them, I think. We'll continue to see, though. The trade only happened like about a week and a half ago. But Impact is definitely, if not the strongest, it's the second strongest in that division. Nova and Impact are the 2 powerhouses. Nocturnal is probably going to make playoffs. If they don't make playoffs, it'll be like Tavern, where they just barely don't qualify. My team is good. Oh, man, I have Luna and Slane on my team. I was, like, not paying attention at all. Hello, Slane. But as it stands right now, I would expect Nova to be the #1 team in the division. We'll see what happens as the season continues, though. I don't know what teams Nova has played yet. If Nova has yet to play... Like, they haven't played Aces Up yet, but I don't know how many of the good teams Nova's actually beaten so far. On to the next division. We have the Coastal Division. Syndicate, Donut... Okay, Syndicate, 6-3. Donut Kingdom, 6-3. Divine Rising, 4-4. And Rat Tactics, 2-7. Syndicate is definitely my worst prediction of the preseason. I don't know why I didn't put Syndicate higher. I just completely overlooked them, but Syndicate has such a strong team in terms of just every single player on Syndicate can hold their own in a fight. It's like, it's an entire team built of just A to S tiers who, in a 1v1, if one player isn't performing well, the other 3 players will be performing well, which is why it's such a powerful team. But it is worth mentioning with the Syndicate that I do think that they haven't played and beaten some of the like top 3 or 4 teams in the league yet. So even though they're probably going to make playoffs by this point, I think it is worth mentioning that they haven't In all of their matchups against top teams so far, I think they've lost. They've lost to Nova, they've lost to Serpentine. There was one other team that they lost to, I don't remember who it was, but a lot of Syndicate's early wins were against slightly weaker teams. With the exception, I'd say, of Nocturnal and Donut Kingdom. They did beat both of those teams, which I think are really big pickups, since in the league, there's generally considered to be a top 7. There used to be just a top 6, and then people realized, wait, Syndicate's actually really good at this game, and they made a top 7. Ultimately, Syndicate is definitely going to make playoffs unless something goes really wrong, though. Is this player going to come up the water vader, or... No. Kiwi's on this team. I don't recognize anybody else. Kiwi's the main threat. Come on up. Just Kiwi now. Oop, okay. Good shot. Wait, let's not throw Kiwi against Kiwi. I heard my teammate get shot as well. Donut Kingdom and Syndicate, though. It's between those two as to who's going to be in the top 4 of the playoffs. Divine Rising technically could make it there, especially if the way Apple's been playing. Apple has been going absolutely nuclear on Divine Rising lately. She dropped 40 kills in just a single week against 2 separate teams, and I think that Divine Rising only won one of those games, because the other game was against Donut Kingdom and they lost. But Apple's been playing out of her mind recently. I do think it's going to be Syndicate or Donut Kingdom that finished top of the division, though. Rat Tactics was 0-7 at the beginning of the last week, and then they won 2. So the Duzum trade is coming through at the moment. The real question that everyone's asking is it too late for Rat Tactics to make playoffs? Because going 0-7 is an insane deficit to have to try and patch. Ooh, I did not load my crossbow all the way. It's fine. But I want Rat Tactics to make playoffs because obviously I helped co-found Rat Tactics and I want to see them do well as a result. I used to pay for it for 2 seasons. I just want to see the team make playoffs again. And so that leaves the final division that I am in, the Volcanic division. Sorry for how long this video is, by the way. I just have a lot to catch up on. But in my division, the Raid Kings are currently Serpentine 8-1, Arcane 4-3, Droogs 2-8, and Hang 10 0-9. I don't think Hang 10 has won a single map yet this season, which is extremely brutal. Ooh, do we have a healer? I don't think we have a healer. That's rough. I'm just going to leave into the water. By the way, in case you haven't noticed, Canal's looking a little bit different. This update happened a while ago. I tried recording a video on it, and I decided I didn't like the result of the video enough. I am... Ooh, okay, speed spark, please. I didn't like the result of the video enough, so I didn't actually upload it. Okay. But as you can see, they upped the side of the bridge by half a slab. They have added little parkour jumps across the middle. You can now jump on these lily pads. They've also raised the fence right here by a block in some parts. The trees are shortened by a block, so you can't hide behind them. If you go to the bushes as well, the bushes have been trimmed on these sides, so you can't really hide behind them as easily. And the bridge, it's just a much more of a funnel point. How did that shot? Oh yeah, you can shoot through teammates now as well, which is really nice. And orbs make sound effects now. Listen to this. That is such a nice sound effect. I absolutely love it. And orbs also can bounce off walls consistently now, which I love for lineups, because if you throw an orb against a wall in the exact same area from the exact same position, it will land in the exact same area each time instead of having a random bounce, which is very nice. I'm getting sidetracked though. I'm supposed to be talking about the final division. This video is just going to keep getting longer. Okay, I'm finishing this last division in a single round. I got this. So Serpentine, 8-1. That's my team. We lost our first game of the season against Aces Up. After that, we have gone 8-0. Arcane, Arcane blew up partway through the season. Like, I think their entire roster has changed. I don't know if anybody from the A-League is still there. I could be wrong. I think the entire roster has changed, though. Hang 10 had a similar story. Their roster blew up. They haven't won a single map yet this season. They're having a really rough time. You are not wall rushing. Droogs, I don't know if there's anything special to say about the Droogs. They haven't had a roster blow up. They've just been having a rough season. There's not really much to say regarding roster blow ups or anything. It's just been a slow season for them. I don't think Droogs or Hing 10 are going to make playoffs by this point. And Arcane is a maybe. I'd say playoffs are looking like this. Aces Up, Nova, Syndicate, Serpentine, Impact, and Donut Kingdom are all definitely going to make it. That's 6 slots. That leaves 2 slots left over. In these final 2 slots, I'd say that it is between Tavern, Nocturnal, Divine Rising, Rat Tactics, and Arcane to make it. I'd say those 5 teams are competing. And I'd say the most likely of those teams to make it are Nocturnal and Divine Rising at the moment. No, Nocturnal and Tavern. But we'll see. Thank you for watching. That was another BattleBox video. Sorry for how long it actually took me to record another video, but I did really enjoy recording this, so I want to record more in the future and upload more in the future. But I can't make any guarantees, but that is definitely a goal of mine. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye!